You guys hold them to a 16-point first quarter. Just what'd you like about your guys' effort defensively tonight?
We played physical. We were on the stream, and we made them earn everything. We came into our pregame meeting and our walkthrough talking about how we needed to make sure that it was every shot was contested. We got our hands on them and made them work. And when they missed shots or made shots, jump it in and push it back at them, and keep our pace up. And I thought our team just did a great job of paying attention to those details and doing all of those things, especially to start the game. I thought we set the tone early for what type of game we wanted it to be, and we pretty much sustained that throughout.
Speaking of pace, it feels like the last two games, it's a real priority for you guys to get it up earlier and get into that first action earlier. As you're running the show, are you thinking of a number in your mind, like I got to get across in this amount of time, or is it just get it across as fast as we can and go from there?
When I'm watching film, with my trainer, he's like just paying attention to the trends of what I'm doing when I'm playing well, when things are going well, versus when I'm not playing well. And one of the main things was pace, and just seeing it on film and seeing how much better my rhythm to the game is, and my timing and just my movements are when I get the ball up the floor with pace. It's good for our team, but it's also been good for me. So I'm looking at, 21 seconds, 20 seconds, where I want to be getting into the action, make or miss. And even when I'm playing against pressure, when teams are trying to pick me up, even when I just get it on the run and I just take it at them, even when they're trying to pick me up and still try to have that pace, it's helpful for the team, and it's helpful for me as well. And I think over the last 5 or 6 games, that's been like a point of emphasis for me. And I think it's been, much better for us.
Giannis has been shooting and operating a little bit more from the elbow and the mid range more this year. Just kind of how is that? What has that changed for you? How have you kind of played off of that just this season?
Just understanding what type of spacing he needs. A lot of times when he's operating at the elbow, I try to be the person in that strong side corner. So if they leave me, the ball's coming to me as like the secondary playmaker, or I'm going to get a clean look. Or if, the paint is clogged, then he can come play that two-man game with me on that clear side and just being available. If they don't help, then that's just giving him more space. And a lot of times teams either want to stay attached to my body when he has the ball, or when I have it, they want to stay attached to him. So I've just tried to pay close attention to the type of spacing that I'm giving him and where I am on the floor, and give him an outlet, be there if he wants to go to the two-man game, but also somebody that I know I am to the other team's scouting report, where they're going to stay close to me and he'll have more space to operate. So I think it's been a good situation, a good action for us, whether he's having a space to attack or he's playing the two-man game with me out of the corner, or when he attacks and they try to run at the ball and he's throwing it out and I'm getting either a clean look or I'm catching it and I'm going downhill.
Dane, back here, you talked about setting the tone defensively, but how much did that play into the offensive end where you were getting downhill, getting into the paint constantly? Your second three-point attempt, I think, came like late in the third or in the fourth, and as a team, obviously, you guys only shot 12 for the game.
I mean, it's when we play the way we play defensively, I think you just create more transition opportunities. You're not taking the ball out of the net and trying to jump it in and allowing them to get in position to slow us up. It's like you get the ball off the rim, either pass it ahead, you're pushing it up with pace. You're not playing against a set defense, and when you're not playing against a set defense, it's harder for guys to run into help position and get into their rotations, because when the ball is moving as fast as we've been moving it from one end to the other, guys are trying to find their matchup. They're trying to figure out which guy they're going to take. So it's really difficult to find who you're matching up against, get into a help position, and then the next person understands that he has to help that person is really hard. I think that's why teams that play fast struggle to defend in transition, because it's just hard to play against that type of pace. And since we've been getting stops, I think it's been working in our favor to just push it back at teams and get into the paint before the help and the defense can get set, and that's been generating, a lot of paint touches and a lot of clean opportunities for us.
And midpoint of the season is just about coming up. That's kind of an easy point for us, like as media to check in on things. I'm curious for you as a team individually, like, do you kind of take stock of things at like various checkpoints like that, or is it just the season's going and you're just focused on the day to day?
I mean, I think you're always aware of it. I think my entire career I've always been looking for that game 41. Like, you at the halfway mark, and you're looking at the schedule to see, what's left, where the team is, what needs to change, how, the things we need to be better at, and you're looking at the standings, all of those things, at that halfway point. But I think for us, we know what we're capable of as a team. It's just like, you look at the games that we've let slip, and it's like, all right, we are reaching that halfway point at, 10, 12 more games. It ain't going to be no more, all right, we got to get going. It's like we got to get going now. And I think the way we've been playing, we trending in the direction that we want to be in, especially at this point in the season. And, that's really all you can count. That's all you can really control, I would say. Over the course of a season, a lot of things happen. You want to build good habits, and you want to be stacking and building on the right things. And I think right now, aside from the New York game, where I thought we played a solid first half until the last 4 or 5 minutes, just over this last 5 or 6 games, I think we've definitely been putting the type of efforts together that we need to, and we've been doing it the way that we need to have success against anybody. So being at almost the halfway point of the season, I think we've felt and started to understand what makes us the best version of ourselves, and now it's just a matter of us holding on to that and just carrying it out through the rest of the season, regardless of the opponent, regardless if it's home or on the road. We starting to feel what it's like when we do what we're supposed to do.
Damian, it was cool to see you, Chris, and Giannis kind of having fun with the cameras at the end of the game. How fun is that for you? You put a team like this away to have fun with your teammates like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was Giannis was like pointing at the camera, and I thought he was pointing at somebody in the crowd, so I probably was like looking past the camera, and then I finally realized what he was doing when I saw him like posing and goofing off and stuff like that. So I just joined the party, and that was it.
And then who are all the hats for?
The hats are for everybody, for all the fans. I was fortunate enough to be given the opportunity to design a hat. I've been told that it's a yearly thing, but I took a lot of pride in, putting my touch on it, trying to make it unforgettable and something that people would enjoy, not just wear to the Bucks games, but I plan on seeing these in the summer, social media, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of flavor. So I hope people are proud of this. You know what I mean? All right, cool. I'll make sure y'all get y'all hats.